The whispering walls.
Sound of wind blowing outside, faint creaks of an old house settling. It was supposed to be the perfect home. A quiet, secluded place in the countryside. A family of 3, mother, father, and their daughter, had finally found their dream house. At least, that's what they thought, until the whispers began. Soft whispering, growing louder as the narrator speaks. The first night, it was subtle. A faint sound, almost like voices coming from the walls. At first, they assumed it was just the house settling, the wind perhaps, bending the wood. But it didn't stop. By the second night, the voices had names, soft, urgent whispers. They called out. Not their own names, but names they'd never heard before. Sound of footsteps on wooden floor, then silence, followed by a slow, soft whisper. Emily. David. They couldn't understand. The family huddled in the living room, listening in horror as the voices grew clearer. They followed them from room to room, always just behind the walls. The parents decided to investigate. They tore apart the dry walls, searching for the source. But the whispers only grew louder. They found nothing. No hidden rooms, no holes, no wires, nothing. Sound of hammering, drywall tearing, whispers growing louder and more frantic. One night, in the dead of winter, they decided to leave. They packed everything, rushing to the door, but as they crossed the threshold, the whispers stopped. A cold, unnatural silence filled the air. For a moment, they thought they were safe. But then, one last whisper echoed, clearer than ever. Leave, before it's too late. They never returned to the house. The walls, now empty, still whisper, but only to those who dare listen. Subscribe for more stories like this.